About the best countries that we consider in each continent.
That's why we are going to interview Oscar Salcedo, who has traveled to England. He's going to talk us about it.
So here we are with Oscar Salcedo, and I'm about to interview you because you went to England, right?
Correct.
Okay, so tell me, did you like England and why?
Yes, I liked it because it is a so different city. I'm more used to Mexico, where people dress so different, and basically the culture is way more different to this one.
Okay, so we are going to talk about the things you used to do in there. So what did you used to do for having fun in there?
For having fun, I basically went to museums. I went to the Buckingham Palace, and obviously on the London Eye, where it was a really nice view, and basically that was all that I did.
Okay, so tell me, this is something very important for most of the people who go there. What did you used to eat in there?
Oh, basically, I used to eat more like junk food, cold pizza, and I always wanted to try fish and chips. And
okay, so in there, what did you use to use to travel around, like to seeing the different places you went?
I used to use the bus basically because taxi is way too expensive.
Okay. Why did you go there?
Because I like the culture. I wanted to visit that place because it is such a different country where the weather is much nicer than here, and it's more cloudy with no sun at all, a lot of rain, and I love the rain, and I wanted to see one of the most expensive cities in the world.
Okay. Which used to be your favorite places to go?
My favorite places to go, restaurants basically.
Is there any specific restaurant you like?
No, I wanted to try most everything.
Okay. So tell me, which one are the main places to go there? Just like monuments or statues. Is there something capturing your attention?
Well, the London Tower is like the basic one of them. London Eye, obviously, the Buckingham Palace, and if you can visit some museums to know more about the culture, about the history of that country, and obviously some nice stores to buy some souvenirs.
Okay. Where did you used to stay?
In a hotel because I have no one that lives there, so I used to stay in a hotel.
It was nice.
Tourist class.
How many stars did you have?
Three.
Okay. Well, are British people different from Mexicans?
Not really, because they don't pay you a lot of attention. They're like in their own business, so it's like being here, but with another language, obviously.
Okay, so that's all for this interview. So thank you very much for having your time, and yeah, that's all.
Bye.
ABC News. So, today is 6th of August. Today is the 17th anniversary of the atomic bomb in Hiroshima, in Japan. The first atomic bomb, called Little Boy, has been dropped by the United States aircraft in the Japanese city of Hiroshima on Monday, August 6th, during the final stage of the Second World War. Within the first 2 to 4 months of the bombings, the accurate effects of the atomic bombings killed 90,000 to 146,000 people in Hiroshima. During the following months, large numbers died from the effects of radiation, sickness, and other impacts, compounded by illness and malnutrition. In Hiroshima, most of the dead were civilians, although Hiroshima had a sizable military garrison. Nowadays, some other people have died for leukemia and various types of cancer, attributed to exposure of radiation released by the atoms in the August 6th. But not only this happened that day. A lot of other things happened around the world in the 6th of August, and other years, of course. So, like in Great Britain, Brazil, Australia, and Egypt. So, let's see.
Hello, Mr. Hernandez. Egypt. The attack in Alexandria took place shortly after the midnight on August 6, 2011, in the Alexandria, Egypt. The attack occurred when about 1,000 faithful left at the church of the Al-Qiddain in the City Bridge neighborhood. Witnesses saw green Skoda cars stopped outside the church, where it is normally forbidden to park on the ground of security and safety. Just after midnight, and the man of him and using his mobile phone just seconds before the explosion. At least 21 were killed and 70 people were injured. Where the funeral wing category recates the condolence of the president Honey Shorty. No. When the Bishop Jonas tried to the moreback of the condolence and the statements and the attack also expressed, ended with the governor of Alexandria, who attended the funeral showing resignation, and he done 1 year, following the attack's Coptic Christian clashes with the police and instrument and mosques, sparring fight with Muslims when the threw stones at them. Finally.
Hello people, thank you for watching ABC News. It's a pleasure for me to inform you.
Hello people, my name is Mariana Rodriguez. England. The rainstorm that began on August 6, 2011 hit the UK, causing the worst flooding in decades. The area most affected with the bad weather were the southwest of England, where hundreds of families were forced to leave their homes, in some cases by flood. While floods were also reaching nearby countries to London, through which the Thames River. The Environment Agency held 16 serious alert flood risks, with the life of which 2 are for the southwest of England and the rest of the Thames area. The storm will shame not letting up as more rain for the next 5 days. Altered rail service vital for millions of British who had to go to their jobs, we are expecting. The UK was hit via temporary continuous rains and winds of up to 120 kilometers per hour due to currents for the Atlantic. Some experts warn it can take months to get the situation back to normal. The science Andy Mackenzie, the British Geological Survey, said that even if it stopped raining, the groundwater level was so high that some areas could remain flooded for months. Thank you.
From England, I wish you have a good day. Thank you.
Hello, Mr. Hernandez. In Australia, a full dreamer deep in 151 opened on Saturday, August 6, 2050 in the camping area of Inskip Point on the island Paradise of Queen, northwest of Australia. Although word was not wounded or missing, 140 people were evacuated, as reported by the Forest Service and Wildlife Queensland. Several tourists were camping in Ramble Beach when they witnessed a full of the place where they were stowed. The Rhino car, caravan, and trailer then almost immediately was plummeted. A report by ABC News Australia. A woman ran through the nearby campus, telling people to warn them and get out of there. It's the second landslide that occurs in the same place for years. The last was in 2011 with a similar size. Thank you.
People, be careful. Report for ABC News, Wesley Raymond.
What with you, Mr. Hernandez?
I'm from Brazil. On August 6, 2011, the floods and landslides moved affected the state of Rio de Janeiro, apparently representing the worst natural disaster to a greater number of deaths in Brazil since 1904. Landslides caused by heavy rains left 791 people dead in the mountains north of the city of Rio de Janeiro. According to figures from the Civil Defense Agency, the Public Prosecutor's Office in Rio de Janeiro lists 40,030 missing. According to the international database disaster based in Belgium, the most serious so far in Brazilian history was the flood disaster on 1967 in Rio and its surroundings, when 758 people died. The site of this organization presented the 10 most serious disasters in Brazil between 1900 and 2011. Come back with you, Mr. Hernandez.
That's all for us. So good night, and we see you later.
Hello, my name is Mariana. This is my anecdote. Last year, I traveled to London, England, because I went to go at Comic Con. I wanted to enter to the set of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Agent Carter, and Daredevil. I was with my best friend Monty. When we arrived to the airport, we picked up a taxi to go to the event. But the driver didn't know how to get in, and obviously we get lost. The driver was fooling around, and we found how sound and announcement of the Comic Con. We arrived here and was just in time to see Agent Carter so they get a photo and autograph. Haley is the best.
Hello, I'm Wesley and my anecdote is about Nemo. I grew up watching my favorite movie is that Finding Nemo, and I was pretty much into the address B. Sherman Street Valley 42, Sydney, so I did a research about it. I met someone via Facebook who is from Australia, and she invited me to go there. She picked me up at the airport and drive me to that place. I saw it, and it is just a normal house where Nemo was folded up. That was a beautiful experience that changed my life.
Hello, I'm Hector, and this is my anecdote. Last year, I went with my dad to a restaurant called Las Pampas. It was my closest approach with friends. My dad and I hung out for half a good time between us. That's why we have no time to see each other between the week. It was excellent. Everything was excellent. The surrounding, the music, the weather, everything was great. The food was the greatest food I have ever eaten. It was delicious. The meat was called picanha. And the waiter bring us to our tables and the syrups. It was excellent. Everything was good. That's why I love Brazil.
Hello, my name is Daniela and this is my anecdote. When I was a child, I used to play with my cousin. Our favorite game was building up the items of Egypt, and it was very funny. We used something that pieces similar to the Legos, Mega Blocks, it was very interesting. Actually, my oldest cousin traveled to Egypt the last summer and take a lot of pictures. When he arrived to Mexico, I can see the picture, and the pyramids was very beautiful and extraordinary and unique. But he said, "Oh yeah, the pyramid was beautiful, amazing, but our pyramid was better than the real pyramid." And I think that, but because it was funny. I will travel to Egypt. Yes.
While I was on Osaka train station, I wanted to go to the bathroom. When I went to flush, it looked like a panel of Vanessa, and everything was written in Japanese. My solution, I launched my skills of deduction. I thought to myself, let's see, there are lots of little buttons in a language that I don't understand. As I fixed up, there were plenty of people who did not understand them, and there is a big button highlighted red and lagging in English that says push. Now this must be something important. We are hesitating and thinking I had chosen well to give the little red button. Suddenly it starts up a siren. I have already messed up, so I did not much to lose, start paying all written buttons on Japanese, and then he started jumping water, birds, etc. sounds. So I went to the outside, and all Japanese who were washing his face or looking to the mirror, they were looking at me. So I ran away. Later, I was talking to a Japanese guy who told me that I pressed the alarm anti